Aba is a city in the southeast of Nigeria and the commercial center of Abia State. Upon the creation of Abia State in 1991, Abia was divided into two local government areas, Aba South and Aba North. Aba South is the main city center of Abia State, where the popular Araria market is located. Aba is well known for its craftsmen and also the most populous city in the southeastern Nigeria. As of 2016, Aba had an estimated population of over 2 million people, making it one of the most populated cities in Nigeria and West Africa. We sat down with residents of Aba who shared their experiences in Aba and how the town can be a better place. In this documentary, two persons, Mr. Asian and Mr. Ejike Ibe, will be telling us their experiences on and about the city of Aba. Mr. Asian is a civil servant with a PhD, and Mr. Ejike Ibe is a high school leaver who has the thirst for higher learning.
I'm Dr. Asian Ekom, a geophysicist by profession, actually an environmental geophysicist.
I was born in Aba. I didn't come to Aba on my own. I was born. My dad stayed here. I just grew up and saw myself in Aba. I went to Abia State Primary School, APSU, Abia State University Primary School. That was my primary school. Then something happened along the line. My secondary school, I didn't do it in Aba. I went to Uyo. I had my secondary education in Uyo. It was a boarding school. But I used to go and come back. And I used to carry my experience there and go there. In my secondary school, they used to call me King Solomon. Because my secondary school then was kind of a military school. So we had one flag then. If you are doing wrong and they catch you, even if people are 100, it's only you they caught. You cannot expose the other people. When I was in JS1 and my JS2, I was the one that was initiating it because sometimes some soldiers will catch you and say, Kai, come here. I'll come. They'll ask you, where are the other people? I'll say, I don't know. I'll say I was not there. Sometimes somebody's clothes will be wet. Maybe something will happen. I'll just pour water so that it will be like, say, now just that time what I do and that time. They used to call me Solomon, say, this boy, you're too smart. Even our teachers then, some of the teachers, they used to look at me one kind and say, this boy, we look at you here. But I was just a small boy then, everything I know. I now grew up and I got my university, which I'm still doing now in Port Harcourt. I'm doing my degree in Port Harcourt. And I've seen the difference between here and here. This one has advantages and this one also has disadvantages. This one too has advantages. And coming to stay in Aba is something someone will enjoy if you stay more.
Okay, I love Aba, I love the resilience, I love the energy, like I said before. I like it that people are enterprising. People could just be that you see people that their own profession is just to fix button in shirt, button, they are fixing it, not selling, fixing. That's just what they do, and they are doing well. So you see people selling, and in fact, there is no you see a full-grown man carrying basin of whatever selling. The full-grown, they are healthy, they are doing well. There's no shame in it. So I like that enterprising spirit.
In Nigeria, the headquarters of smartness is in Abia State, Aba precisely, because coming across different spheres of life like business, hospitality, like the hotel you've seen now, and some other things. We are so smart. Aba people, just particularly, we are so smart. We get sense, very. Past some of those Abuja people, you understand? You just catch up, you correct. Because one, people from China come to our area to buy things. People from Japan come here to buy things. People from US, I'm not just telling you what I heard, I know what I'm seeing. People, there's one thing they say, if you go to any country and there's no Igbo man there, run away. Because we stay there and we make the place, we collect the dominion, then we can invite everybody there. It's smartness, you can't do that when you're dull.
But then you can just get most of what everywhere just see feel like market. Where I was staying where my sister was staying then, it's that market area where they call it Tenor Street, Market Road, those areas. then that's not the GRA part. It's not the really reserve. It's not the residential area, but people actually live around there. One of the impression I had then was that there was so much mosquito in that area. I initially felt that was the most the worst mosquito infested town in the whole world. But that changed though in some years later when I went to University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital. And I know that place is worse than Aba. So Aba is actually not the worst in terms of mosquito. It is UPTH. So, but then that place, man, don't go there, mosquito. Oh,
The so-called 419 scam is a type of fraud dominated by criminals from Nigeria and other countries in Africa. Some of the traders are said to be perpetrators of this act just to sell off low-standard goods. We asked these residents their personal experiences with 419ers.
I went to St. Michael's one day. Let me just give a little story. I went to St. Michael's one day. I just graduated from secondary school. So my mom gave me some amount of money. She was like appreciating me. She said, "You've done well. Your wife was good." So she gave me 20,000. She said, "Go and buy phone for yourself." I don't blow. And I didn't really know anybody then. I went to St. Michael's. I went there. And I said I wanted to do counterbalance. There's something they call counterbalance. You exchange a particular phone for another one. They do it here. It's not mostly done in Abuja and places. So when I went there, the guy gave me a particular phone. I looked the phone. The phone kajad. I can't carry money, give him. Mumumi. I carry the money, give him. I can't look the phone. I on the phone. The phone on. It was showing me half screen and half. I say don't be. And I went back to the guy. Say let me talk to the guy. They say the guy don't go house. So say nobody like that here. I won't cry. I say no. This can't be clean thing. I don't fuck up. And I went back and told my mom. My mom said it's what happens in life. So that next time you've learned from this one. So next time you go get sense. It pay me. So anywhere I go, I carry that experience of waiting that guy don't do me. There are so many other ones. Some of the times I was coming back from Abuja and it was late in the night. A woman was selling meat pie in MCC Junction here. And I bought the meat pie. I was so hungry. Someone coming from a long journey. I just came back. I opened the meat pie. It was beans. I was inside. I just said, madam, the woman don't go.
it's funny. You just laugh at it because I was naive. I was young. I just left secondary school. But my brother felt I was smart. Actually, so I told me, you go to Aba, things are cheaper. They go and buy television for us. Actually, he said I should buy Sharp. Sharp was the product we had in mind, so I should go buy Sharp. So we found out I think we found the price or something, or was it that same day we went? Okay, I went and he later even came with me. I'd been going thoroughly, but that day I said, look, let's just go and since things were cheaper there. So we got to a shop. We told the man, we saw the one we liked, the television we liked was Sharp, which we had in mind, 14 inches. It was this box TV then. So we bargained and then we paid. And he wrote, so while he was just writing the receipt for one man just came down and was forming like he was caring for us, but like, just told my brother, come, tell him to buy, give you full circuit, tell him. He was just like, tell him to give you full circuit. That one is better. Full circuit. So like the guy, my brother we now ask the man, do you have full circuit? He said, full circuit. I've already written this receipt now. Full circuit. Why full circuit now? You go add money. Full circuit. That one better this, You get I get time, but man, you go pay money, you go add extra money. And that was it. From the price, I can't really remember what price it was, but that was how the man that man was just sitting there. And so we now took that. Finally, we got convinced, naive and stupid as it might have seemed. Because normally, I actually feel, although you can actually change your mind, but maybe when it taught me, the lesson I learned there, when you've made up your mind on something, especially when you want to go buy, you could just stick to it. But then, even at that though, it's not like it's that bad. Normally, if traders are sincere, you could just, you could just change your mind at any point. If you go and say better product, you could actually, and you can afford it, or that different from what you had in mind, you could decide to buy. But I don't think you should try that in Aba. Okay, so we now said full circuit. The man, after he had almost packed this thing, he now went and brought the television. The man was calling full circuit. So it turned out to be one new leg. I think that's the product. It was NULEC, new leg. It was still the same 14 inches. So we added extra money and we picked that one. So they packed it, and then the man, we paid extra. We got he wrote the receipt for us. Then he packed, and then we moved. He told his boy to pack it up, and then he got a wheelbarrow to take us to the park, and then we left. The first thing we got to, when I got home, we tried to. There was light. Then in Port Harcourt, the area where we stayed, light was not really usually. We used to have these half current issues. Not, in fact, generally, the current was not really high, full like that. So we plugged it. As soon as we plugged the television, the whole house, as if the whole thing wanted to put off everything got dim. More like it consumed so much power that every other thing was feeling the heat. Like you plug iron. We're like, which one is this? Full circuit. Okay. Then again, as we opened the car, before then, we noticed that there was no antenna. Meanwhile, we saw the guy when he was parking, the antenna was there, but this guy had removed the antenna when he parked it. So there was no antenna. So we're like, that was now. And then again, naive as I was, we also felt that the antenna had to be the one. Maybe we never knew they really meant to cheat us, so we felt they forgot it. I had to go. I went back to Aba to pick it up to tell them about the issue, and then I felt probably it was the antenna that was the issue. We went and brought the antenna. I think it was the following day. I think the right thing would have been for us to just get it around, but I don't know. For one reason, I just felt that new leg, that full one, had to be the original one that came with it. So we went. When we got there, do you know what surprised me? That man that came that looked like that he just came around to suggest that full circuit was in the shop. This was part of them. So I'm like, wow. So this guy was not really someone that was just passing by. That looking like he was just passing by and was trying to help us. And then I now knew, okay. And then again, when I told him, I said the antenna was not there. He said, oh, antenna, you put them now. Oh yeah, bring 500 there. I don't know, I can't remember. He just said, bring this and let them go and buy it for you. So I now noticed that they deliberately stole the antenna, and then they deliberately also gave us this so-called full circuit was the one that they could not sell. I think it was an old model stuff that used to consume too much power, whereas the sharp that we had in mind could actually take. And it was embarrassing when we got home because our neighbors see we were small current. We just watch, but oh man, it was no full circuit. The TV was not working unless we had to use either generator or when power improved. So that experience made me know that, okay, actually I did later, after a while, we just felt, okay, my brother said I had to take it, but let them change it. So weeks later, I went to Aba to let them change that television. And that's where I knew that, man, those guys, they say, we want to change. I said, they asked me, which one do you want? I said, sharp. The one we wanted to buy, we said, oh, not be only sharp. You go buy, it's not Toshiba. There was some other name he called. I think that was more expensive than Sharp. I said, not only Sharp that you will take, it is this other one. I said, chai. So I now knew that, okay, these guys are swindlers. They are fraudulent people. So that was the bitter lesson, bitter experience I had then. Now I know better because now as I grew up, I was not a street person. Maybe my brother was not also a street person. So I guess we needed to have got some streets. That's what they call it. That's the balance the street, but they tell you are supposed to be streetwise and all that. So we're not that streetwise. I think now I know better though, but that experience made me to know that I really don't know if they have changed now, but ever since then I prefer to buy from Port Harcourt, even if it is more expensive. So I just believe for Aba people, they are cheats.
The people of Aba are known to be smart people, but beyond that, they are known for their energy, being industrious and also hardworking. Few residents who schooled outside the city have refused to return, And the singular act of being industrious makes it easier for them to thrive in business anywhere they find themselves.
Our energy. You know, being smart requires a lot of things. You can't be smart and be a weak person. If you are smart, there are certain things that should come in place. Like, if I was so smart that day that guy scammed me, I for follow the guy once, as in just waka, for just follow the guy. But JJ now, Jojo just come. I know I didn't know anything about the streets then. Definitely we have energy, we have club. There is a club just here. So definitely Friday, Saturday, and mostly Sunday, people they come out. Or the only thing I know we don't really have here is no much investment around our business sector. No much, because people say Aba, any product you see made in Aba, you don't want to buy it. You definitely you don't want to buy it. So that's just it.
Okay, so still on Aba. Actually, I like Aba. I like the energy in that. Everybody just seems to be doing something. People are busy. I like that energy. Like I don't think there's anybody that is idle in that city. People are young people. In fact, it was even there. I got to see that anything sells. You could. I think I saw a shop where someone just deals on buttons. Like I never knew that could be. Someone could just decide that this is my business, buttons, selling buttons for. So that a lot of people are just, they have business ideas, they are creative and things. You see someone at this corner, someone is doing shoes. So everything just sells. Business is good. Almost everything sells there. The population, the energy. I think that's it. And then you can just get most of what everywhere just feels like market.
I've been to other places. I've gone to other cities in Nigeria, and honestly, I didn't want to come back, to be quite honest, because I've seen how the places are now. Okay, there's a place in Abuja, in Gaki. I went for a wedding around here, and I stayed there for about 2 hours, 3 hours. I told my senior brother, "It be like I go sleep here, I don't want to come back," because the place was looking so fine, and the way the place was set, not just the streets. Aba is kind of, we fuck up sometimes because the place is kind of dirty. The government know the 2 cents. So if someone goes outside and see paradise, you not gonna come here now. If they put sugar for your mouth, you go throw away. No now. So one of the things that can make people go and don't want to come back, that's one major thing. Then 2, Aba, we need more investment in our educational sector. A lot of it, because there's a particular school in Port Harcourt, a primary school in Port Harcourt. I used to envy them. It's called Okma. I watched their interview and I saw how small children they talk. They'll say, "Hello, good morning." I say, "Which is the better with this?" In Aba here, touch anybody. Only Nagangwa High School. Over the time, you know, I all these ones. So these are one of the things that someone will see outside and not want to come back. You say maybe if someone goes to a place like Owerri, like maybe even Abuja or Lagos or Port Harcourt, you see some better things. You see hotels. You see some, like I told you, people want to work in offices more than business. Not be everybody get time to do business. So if you go to a place like Abuja now and you begin to work in Mobile, you begin to work in Konoyo, and they begin to pay you maybe 200, 400, you don't want to come back to Aba. You don't want to come back. You just forget anything about Aba entirely. That's one of the reasons that can make people just go and not want to come back. There are 2 places in Nigeria. If you can succeed there, you can succeed anywhere in the world. 1 is Lagos, 2 is Aba. I will say this thing based on some reasons, because a particular time, that was in 1990 something, I don't want to bring history, China, it was known for fake goods. They will say China, if you see product, they say China, they say it's fake. And after some time, people started making investments in China. They shut their borders. They didn't import, they didn't export. They had to sit down and work on themselves very well. And within the period of them working, and now, you know what China is now. China is the 2nd best economy in the world now. Aba can take Nigeria places, because most people in Aba, we don't really have much offices here. It's mostly business. If you notice, if you go to places like Abuja, where they have all those NNPC, Port Harcourt, where they have Mobile, they stay till probably 9, 10. But Aba here, 6:30. Only the man where the shop are making here, Lawa, he will go to his house. He has family, he has children. So Aba is a place of business. If you can survive in Aba with business on your own, anywhere in the world, carry you go China, Hawaii, Dubai, Canada, anywhere, you get that smartness that they give you for Aba. Correct. You don't get that. There's one song that Kizania say, if you know if you wise for Lagos, you know if you wise for anywhere. Me, I say my own now. If you know if you wise for Aba, forget about being smart.
Aba is one of many cities in the state which the residents are suffering from bad roads, and this has been an issue that is yet to be resolved, as it has not only hindered transportation of goods and commodities, but also increased the price of these commodities. Resident hopes that the present state government, led by His Excellency Alex Oti, would act on it.
Oh, the kind of leadership they need. I don't know why the governors in Aba. I've never been impressed ever since I grew up. I got to know about Aba. I started visiting Abia State, Aba in particular. I've never been impressed with anything, any of all the governors that have ruled. I've not really been impressed by any of them. Talking about, I still remember Ojius Okalu was the first person I knew. Just to be very sincere, I was not impressed because I know this, but there's a road, Port Harcourt Road. That road started getting spot that time. I remember when we used to travel to Uyo from Port Harcourt, that was the route we usually take. We stand at Oil Mill Junction, take to Aba. That was the shortest and fastest route to take to Akwa Ibom. So we just stand to Oil Mill Junction, take to Aba Main Park, enter to Uyo. There's a road from Ikodekpene Road to Ikodekpene, and then very, very short, very convenient. But that Port Harcourt road started getting bad around in the 90s, around when Ojius Okalu was still the governor. And that road was not fixed up till today. That road has not been fixed. From Ojius Okalu to Theodore Oji to Ikpeazu. So I don't know whether they do. I don't understand. Is it like there's no? I think they could do better. They can actually do better than they are doing. So I'm not impressed. They need people that are really that can connect, that are connecting with the people, that are empathetic, that are really feeling. But I don't know how do they go from Port Harcourt from Aba? How do they travel and they see those roads and do they fly? Or is it like it does not bother them? Now that road that links from Aba town to Ikotekpene Road, that axis, the Abia State axis, has for years we could not. In fact, if you go to that road, it's a pity because the road got abandoned. You could see trees have grown now in the middle of the road. Trees have grown. Seriously, turned from pothole to it turned to more like swamp. In fact, at the point you could drop and then use leg cross, take another vehicle, but at the point it became so bad that nothing can pass. Then trees started growing from grass to trees that I don't know what it looks like now. But I don't think it has been fixed. Aba Ikotekpene Road. Then Port Harcourt Road in that. So the infrastructure they've not been very good at that. I'm not impressed. Sincere.
I was coming back with my cousin. One of my cousins, she stays in Owerri. She has not been to Aba before. And I was coming back with her. We boarded the bus from Owerri and we're coming back to Aba. She saw the road. She said, "Clinton, is this how I'm going to stay?" Me, I look at it as a normal thing for me. In a bad road, I was born here, so it's not any new thing. She looked at me, she said, "Clinton, is this how you people place?" I said, "What is happening?" There is one place along Arari. If you're coming from Owerri, maybe if you pass Port Harcourt Road, if you're coming from Arari, the road is so bad. I didn't even know it was bad. I thought it was how every road used to be. Till I went to other places and I saw, say, wow, now so road B, and I came back and I said, okay, this road. So when she was coming, she saw the road was bad. She saw some other things and she was complaining to me. The educational sector, like I told you, is we can hardly see schools in Aba that are very, very standard, as in global standard, that somebody can come from China and send his child here. The school I told you in Okma, in Port Harcourt, people come from Russia, people come from United States, people come from anywhere in the world and come there because the standard they have there. Me, I've gone there before. I've had the opportunity to just stay around the school area. I was wondering, is this school, hotel, or university? Which one? Because from the school environment to the learning environment to the children, the school is owned by a pastor though. And I saw some of the pictures on the wall and I said, if I had the opportunity to have this kind of, I know for day we are there now, they why me, I know for day we are there. So the educational sector in Aba, we need investments. The infrastructure, like I told you, the road, it's not something I will say we're outside. I only defend us here because this is my home. I was born here. Then the entertainment, People know the two blow for here. Anybody when gets more money, he will run away. He will go to Lagos. But there's one saying they say, stay at your home and build it. Countries don't make people. It is people that make countries. I want to stay in Aba and prove some people wrong. That was one of my goals in my life. I want to stay here and make people come back. That's what is it that people are going there that is not here. I want people to come back here. And we have some of the things that can make, and because, okay, our governorship is more in Nigeria everywhere. We have poor governance. The governor know they send some of the roads. He should have at least touched some of the major roads in Aba. Then you can look at the minor ones. There's a place in Ungwa Road. God, the place is so bad. You can't walk there. If rain fall, God will need to divide it into two before people pass, because it's so bad. It's nothing to write home about. So we have some of these things, and these are one of the things that someone will see and go to Abuja, if you stay in someone like Lekki in Lagos, he will not want to come back. You say, I don't blow, man, don't make him. Even if they call the person for phone, he will say, leave me alone, and not be your mate again. So that's just one of the things. I would like the government, I would like the governor of Abia State to at least look into these things.
I like that city. I think what they actually need is good leadership to develop those infrastructures, like the roads. Now, I think most of the southern states, they go to Aba to buy stuffs. But recently, going from Port Harcourt to Aba has been a nightmare. I know Port Harcourt to Aba road is a federal road, but then if federal government is not doing anything which they are supposed to do, I also feel the losers are actually the people that they are bad people. So I wish their leaders will actually see it from that perspective and see what they can do to help their own people. Because that Port Harcourt Aba road is horrible. The road that links Port Harcourt to Aba Uyo road, it's called the Ekpene road. I told you it has long been abandoned. The 6 other way will also take through Abia State through Aba to Akwa Ibom. So that the roads are just bad around Aba. In fact, area market, if you go there on a rainy day, you will not like your experience. So those infrastructures could be improved upon. If those things are made as in put in place, I'm sure those people they will do wonders in that place, because they are enterprising. There's a lot of energy. Everybody wants to do something, and so it's a good one. I like that city for that.
Based on statistics, Nigeria is known as one of the most corrupt countries in the world, and its youths are not left out, as most of them are seen to be involved in cyber crimes.
About Yahoo is not only in Aba. It's not only in Aba. If you are talking about Yahoo, Aba no get any Yahoo boy, not one. If you notice, SARS know they disturb us for years. You know they get SARS problem. It's in all these top countries all these top cities in Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the most corrupt countries in the world. People where they do Yahoo for Aba, I'm not judging them. I'm not saying what they are doing is right. I'm not saying it's wrong. But I'm a spiritual person now. I'm a spiritual somebody. I won't say they should do it. I will neither say they will not do it. But Yahoo is one of the ways that they used to get wealth. They try to do it. If they don't do Yahoo in Nigeria, we are in trouble here. Because one, boys go begin to carry gun. They will start to do drugs. They will start to do a lot of things. So Yahoo is kind of, I looked into the industry in a while, and I saw how these people are doing it. It was not easy for them. Yahoo in Aba, it's not so much. I wouldn't say it's much. It's in places like Port Harcourt, like in Lagos, where police go, they arrest person. You are just having fine cars and they are just arresting you like that. So that's what it's a global problem. It's a national problem, not global. It's a national problem. It's everywhere in Nigeria. Yahoo. Boys that come out, they don't want to do anything. They just carry phone, begin the chat out. White men, how are you? Send me $2, send me $10, and all that. It's not something so much.
The issue of this, them just looks like when you just go, they are just out to swindle you. That's just the negative. That's what I don't like about it, especially if you cannot speak Igbo. So as if they don't encourage non-natives to come around. Because that experience I had with the television I went to buy, I think it also repeated. Yes, 2 years ago when I was preparing for my wedding, I went to get drinks. Went to buy drinks. They said it was cheaper in Aba. Just go to Aba. You get everything in Aba. And then again, I had made up my mind. I was not going to buy The electronics was what I made up my mind I will not buy in a bar. Now now I've added drinks to it. I will not also buy drink because of the the recent experience I had in 2020. So I and my fiancé we're preparing for our wedding, so we had to go. We just went. Actually, we saw clothes. We got them good price, good quality. They have good tailors that can give you anything you want. But now we got to area market to buy. I think they call it, is it A line or D line, where they sell drinks. And then we just saw that drinks were the price were a little fairer, not different from, a little lower than what we had in Port Harcourt, actually lower. But I never suspected that it could drink something that's consumed, they could fake it. So that was how I bought 2 cartons of wine? Okay, no, I bought a full carton of non-alcoholic wine. I also bought almost a carton of alcoholic wine. And everything was fake when I got there. I had to throw everything out because I couldn't. When I tested it, I just brought it. When I got home, my people came to welcome me. When I got to the village, prepared as one of the days I was preparing for the wedding. So I used to visit frequently. Each time I go, my cousin, they all know what was going on. Said they will come around to share, to cheer me up, to drink. So I just brought up one of the drinks I bought for them. Now my cousins, they are like bees. When you give them drink, they won't go unless the drink is finished. But I was surprised. I left the drink, I went inside, I came back, they had left, and the drink was still. I was like, they did not see this. What happened? They did not see the drink. I decided to test it. Oh gosh. Oh God, no wonder. This is water. The drink was like water. Not just, if it is even water, ordinary water would be better. But this, I don't know what was mixed there. So that was, and then the wine I now decided to test the non-alcoholic drink. I did not intend opening those because I wanted to give those ones to my in-laws. But I now decided to test one. I opened the wine. Normally it should pop when you open the foil, untie the iron, so you know what I mean. Okay, so the cork is supposed to just pop, or even if it doesn't pop, you touch it a little too. Oh my God, it never happened. I now had to open it. Let me test man. I don't know what, if that thing could not, I would not be surprised if that thing kills. Because what I tested was, so I had to just immediately throw everything I bought in that market away. Just talking about 24 bottles of drinks. So yeah, I was disappointed, I was sad. But that was it. I couldn't take the bottles back to Aba, so I just had to add it to one of the things I will never buy in Aba, except I probably go with an Igbo guy that knows around. So that was the experience. And but over time, I think I got to, I now had, when I was as I grew up, I got older, while I was in university, I got to meet some guys that actually had lived in Aba. So when I told them, I got to understand that there's a kind of level, there's a way you live when you are in Aba, or if you behave when you go to buy something in Aba. So I think I will actually do better probably, but it's just not. I'm not that. I wouldn't like to actually go buy things in Aba, except what? Is it like, okay, except I know the price. Well, they could be. I don't know if there's any honest trader there. Probably they could be, but I don't think. But it's sad because I like it that you can get everything you want almost at a place, but you cannot be sure. You are most likely to be cheated. So that just was, that's the impression I have, and I think that is actually a lot of people have also had that experience there. So it's not that good. That's it about a bar.
Okay. There is a saying they say, if you see a snake and a girl in your room, pursue the girl first. Pursue the girl first. They say in 24 hours in a day, use 23 to fear women. They look so innocent, but they do yahoo too. In my little way, in the hotel I've worked, I've seen some shaggy, like you see. I've seen shaggy here. Girls that look very innocent. Now them be the top. They used to make calls and answer calls, and what they do most is prostitution. I've seen girls here, young girls, 16 years, 17 years. What are you doing? Go back to school. They say, I want to iPhone. I want to carry this one. It's not only in Aba. Let me not just make it so private. It's not only in Aba. It's everywhere in Nigeria. Everywhere in Nigeria. This prostitution and Yahoo and all those things is everywhere in Nigeria. The girls and the boys, they now collaborate. The boyfriend is doing Yahoo. This one is doing hookup.
Different business thrive in Aba, while others suffer loss due to someone seeing solutions to problems facing these residents. We finally asked how these problems can be resolved so Aba can be a home for all.
Okay, one of my role models in life, in anything I do, there are like 5 of them, but few are the top ones I look at. I like a man called Tony Elumelu and one man that owns Glue. How Tony started was that he began his business little. He started something little and then he began to do big investment. I read his biography sometime. Alongside this Mike Adenoga, sorry. He began selling on the streets. He began doing payroll jobs for people and he was blowing there. In my life, I want to also do hotel business. I've made investments in cars. I'm trying to read and know more about cars. Not necessarily repairing, but at least doing some little designs on cars. These are one of the 2 businesses that I'm coming to do along my side. The hotel business, 1, the car business, 2, and then a particular type of buying and selling that I would like to look into. Because I've seen some lapses in Aba. There's a saying, they say, if you solve problems, you have money. I'll definitely look into those things and make buying and selling easier for people in Aba. Because people in Aba, they have seen hardship as life. They don't see it as anything. They see that hard, if you're not sweating, you're not working. That's what they think. But it's not like that. I definitely will have to change 1 or 2 things. Do you get? So that's one of them.